Hey, thanks for tuning in to iHunt TV. I'm David, and if you've been watching at all of my channel a little bit here, you've seen the last couple of videos that I've released had to do with mock scrapes, and it's one of the tools that I like to use when preparing for deer season to try to inventory deer, but also get them drawn into an area where they feel comfortable and will visit frequently. You couple that with a trail camera, you can get a lot of good inventory of your deer herd, as well as setting up that scenario for the kill shot later on in the season. They'll come back and visit it. Now, scrapes are used all year long by deer. It's a communication stopping point. It's a guest book, if you will. In the previous episode of this mock scrape series, I showed you the Black Widow deer lure scrape beads. And the scrape beads are those gel beads, water beads, or whatever you want to call them. They're infused with the deer urine and deer scents of the doe and the dominant bucks. And you just kind of pour them out there, and they're time release. They're obviously biodegradable. They break down over time, so the scent is always there it lingers for quite a long time. When they get wet, they rehydrate and kind of re-energize themselves. So the Scrape Master beads in your mock scrapes is a great way to keep them fresh and to keep them active. Now, in this episode, I'm going to introduce you to a new product. Actually, a couple of products. One of them is not new, and if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you've seen the success that I've had with using the Black Widow Deer Lures branch butter. That is by far my favorite deer scent lure in their arsenal. There's a lot of good options out there for this, in the different applications, but year-round, bar none, the branch butter is probably my favorite. And now, Black Widow Deer Lures has introduced something called the scrape rope. And you may have seen on the internet or around all of these different aspects. Obviously, you can use just regular rope if you wanted to, but they have a very conveniently frayed manila rope with a shrink tube, heat shrink tube, holding everything together on a wire tie so you can wrap it around a branch and set it up. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how easy it is to deploy, and then you just put some of that branch butter on it, you just lather it up and wait for the deer to come in. Put your trail camera up, and you got a great spot to inventory your herd and to set you up for that success later on in the season when they come back to visit that. So stay tuned and watch as I set up the Black Widow Deer Lure scrape rope and branch butter on a mock scrape. This is the Black Widow deer lures called the scrape rope, and this is what it is. It's basically looks like manila rope, frayed with some shrink wrap with the logo on it, and that armor coated or rubber coated wire tie. We want to put the bomb on it. All right, so these things come sealed. There's an aluminum foil seal on the top of them. We're gonna load up this, and we're just gonna, it'll work its way into the bristles, but you can see the consistency of it. It's gelatinous, but it will it will soak it up, but it will also run down a little bit. It's a little bit gooey and runny, but I think that's good for now. Okay, it's off to the next one. I've got a camera down on the bottom and one that's dead, so we're going to swap that out. I can't remember what I got where, but we're going to swap it out and see what we got going on. Okay, we're down in the timber, and there's a ladder stand right here that I rarely sit in. I've sat in it before, but it belongs to one of the guys that hunts here before.
So we're going to bypass this. We're going to go down in the bottom, go down into the creek bed. I've got a walk on down there, and kind of a creek bottom butts up against the neighbor's pasture, and so we've got the deer come all through here all different ways. So we're going to try to get we've got a camera at the base of the ridge, and then also down over a mineral lick that I'm going to freshen up here in just a second. So here we go. We've got our reveal X running over there. We're going to be setting up. This is a returning. I set a box scrape up here last year. They began hitting it, and we're going to do the same thing. This year we're going to add the scrape rope to it. So already kind of cleared out in here. You can see I've already put some snap caps in here from earlier, but we're going to do our thing. Now this branch is low enough, and they do lick this branch because I've seen them do it. So we're going to pull our scrape rope out. Be careful to take care of our trash. So again, we're going to start with some old Dominator lure, just to put it in the hole here. I use my old deer lures, like I said, for mock scrapes because deer pee in them and they're old. So, all right. So we want to basically you want to twist this thing around just like I'm showing you, so that it doesn't slide off, but it has the ability to move. We'll put it right here. Okay. So there we go. We're going to put. I'm going to do the bottom first, so I'm not down there when that's dripping. All right. I'm going to do a half a load on this one because I know that the deer down here. I've got trophy rocks, and I'll save some for later. So, so we got that going on, which is fine. Again, I saved these jars for soaking wicks and all kinds of stuff. They will contain the scent and won't drip. Now I've got some old extreme interest. I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to dump some of that in here as well, just saturate the ground a little bit. And see what we got. And of course, our Scrape Master. Do some liquid in there as well. All right. And then we'll spritz it. All right, now, there it is. All right, this is the good stuff. This is fresh. So we're just gonna infuse this whisk with the branch butter and get it in there. All right, so I'm almost gonna bet we got deer on this before morning. Anyway, it's getting dark, and I'm going to need to pack up and get out of here. So,
well, hopefully you see how easy it is to set up this scrape rope by Black Widow Deer Lures. And you couple it with this branch butter, and you got a winning combination. You're going to improve your success for the deer season as it rolls in here now. The deer are already hitting these scrapes that I set up, so I'm pretty optimistic that when it comes time for them to start looking around, these scrapes that are active, they're going to get visited a lot by all the deer in the area, including the big boys that like to hide. So my cameras are going to tell me here pretty soon. And thanks for tuning into iHuntT. If you like these videos and you want to see more, just ask that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you give me a thumbs up and click that little bell to be notified for our next videos. I got some turkey hunting videos still to edit, and probably some footage from last year as well on some of the deer hunts that I had. But anyway, looking forward to bringing you more content. Thank you again for tuning in, and you guys have a blessed day.